The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? From his end zone, it's Demetric Felton. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble. And that's caught inside the 35. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A gain of 37.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. To throw, Mayfield. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That one good for 26 and a first down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, but it's going to be second down. Mayfield now. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. DK Metcalf with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Brett Maher on for the extra point. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. Following the touchdown, here's Maher to kick it away. Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 24. The first carry now. This is Williams. And he stopped immediately there. The tackle there by George Odom. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now it's Burrow. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Now Burrow. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
How about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on 3rd down. And you make the home crowd go.
There's a hush indeed. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now. 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Play fake. Mayfield. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So this rivalry, Charles, here in the Buckeye State, Cincinnati and Cleveland, you know, you felt like for a while it took a dip as these two franchises struggled. But now I think this rivalry is budding again as one of the best under-the-radar rivalries in the NFL.
I agree with you absolutely, because both of these teams have the arrow pointing up. They've kind of solved their quarterback issues. They're building up their rosters. But one of the most defining moments of this rivalry to me wasn't even in a Browns-Bengals game. It was a Seahawks-Bengals game when head coach Sam White addressed the crowd and emphasized that Cincinnati was the place to be.
But, Charles, I think his exact words were, you don't live in Cleveland, you live in Cincinnati. On 1st down, they'll run with Nwangu. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Well, this defense for the Bengals, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Flush to his right. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
The Bengals drive about to get going. The 6-2 is their record through the first 8 weeks. Now, Charles, what is your assessment for them in the second half of the season?
Well, I think that the road gets a little bit tougher for them. But when I look at their schedule, I see some of these road games, and I know those are going to be difficult. But this is a good team, so I'm going to go with 11-5. That seems about right, and I think that'd be a nice accomplishment, too.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Drew Sample, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
While you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you feel like you can. And when you look at this team, you definitely think that it is, because anytime you can tell your offense, just get us a couple of touchdowns, we got this thing locked down, that's when you know you're playing well.
On third down, Burrow. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Grant Delpit. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 3 yards the gain there, second down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On second down, here's Nwangu. And down inside the 15 he goes. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. Those are the types of run, Charles, that they say this first-year running back can provide a lot more of in the future.
He made it look easy, didn't he? Picking up that first down. Some have described him as a diamond in the rough with a lot of polish, nice little buffing. This guy could be one of the top backs going forward.
Nothing at all on that one. It'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Second and 10. On the give is Nwangu. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you've got to have you guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage, and that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
Handoff here to Nwangu. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. They'll run for it. It's Nwangu. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are. But let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. That one complete to the former Seminole, Auden Tate. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 43. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 43. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Here's 2nd and 10. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
A first chance in the red zone for the Bengals now. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. They try the left side here with Williams. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Burrow will throw. Eluding the... Now Burrow loses the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Logan Wilson that time there to bring him down. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores going on here around the NFL. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Mayfield looks to throw. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Browns. Will Fuller, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Browns are able to strike quickly for 6. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Burrow. Looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Kene Nwangu. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. Following the touchdown, here's Moore to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it.
And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Sam Hubbard able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. Now Mayfield. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Mayfield on 1st down. Here's Fuller with a catch. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Will Fuller as the first half is winding down. And the Browns would extend their lead here just before halftime. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going as they take over with just 17 seconds left before the break. Airing one out for Boyd. Oh, Boyd, what a catch. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around. Or is he a guy that maybe you've seen enough and it's time to go to the backup? But right now what you're rooting for is your defense to help keep you in the game, to give him an opportunity to get back on track.
So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with the lead. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Bucs set to get the football first, and they trail here as we get started in the second half. Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kene Nwangu, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns are pouring it on. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. To return it, Darius Phillips. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They snapped that at one. Now it's Burrow. Rolling in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Anthony Walker coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Rolling to his left. And my goodness, another interception. Able to get there and pick it. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. And that score gives them a little more separation and a bigger lead.
A little more of a comfort zone now. They can do more things defensively, maybe take a few more gambles as they try to continue to extend their lead.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead will swell by one more. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Bengals drive about to get going. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right?
Here we go. Big 13.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And down to the 11. 83 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. And a guy that can change the game, shows you a glimpse of it right there, taking the ball down inside the red zone.
It just tells you how tough it is for a defense. You just hold on all game and essentially hold your breath. Will they break a big one on us at any point during the game? It just happened right there.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. They'll roll him out right. That's complete to Moss out of the backfield. Touchdown! Thaddeus Moss, his first touchdown on the year. And it's for pride now, but the Bengals get a bit closer.
This is why a lot of play callers love play action in this spot. You just want to freeze the linebackers just for a second. Then you got a chance to get a quick pass into your tight end right behind them for a touchdown.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A quick throw out wide to Fuller. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4, second down.
Set, 180. Kings. Get the ball. Alert 3.
Handoff right side to Wangu. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Back now in Cincinnati. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. The Browns on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. It's complete to Fuller. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. Stopped short of the 25. The second effort couldn't free him. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down. Mayfield. He'll check that down to Wangu out of the backfield. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Well, sometimes despite the best planning, the defense actually has a plan as well, and they blanketed everyone on that play. They were able to close it down and spill it for a loss.
He's got Fuller. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8. 56 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Give left side here for Nwangu, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Kene Nwangu with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Browns sure look like they're going to be moving to 8-1 as they add on to their lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Play action. It's Burrow. And that'll be incomplete. Jamar Chase, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. He'll air this one out for Boyd. And this will be caught at the 30.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Burrow looking to pass. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
12, 12, 12. Bang, bang, bang. 11 MT tape. 11 MT tape.
And they go play action now. Burrow looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Browns drive about to get started. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. And he'll get this forward only for about a yard, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Larry Ogunjobi there to make the tackle. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. And they'll get this up to the 10, but that's all. A nice job there to bring him down defensively. They follow up the 1st down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
57's the mic. 57's the mic.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they're going to drop him well shy of the first as he can only make it to the 11. Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Here we go. The Bengals drive about to get going. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. On 2nd and 9. Burrow. Throw left side complete. That's Boyd. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Past the 20.
It don't matter. It's okay.
And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good, as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Browns drive about to get started. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got to...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Give him 32 on the play. So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. That catch good for only a couple.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch it, turn upfield, and pick up the first down.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a...